Hello, friends. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're exploring some of the most valuable and sought-after coins in the market, specifically the one-dime coins from the United States of America, with focus on rare silver editions that have become major highlights in the coin collecting world. Before we dive in, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. It helps grow our collector community and keeps the passion for coins alive. These rare dimes are not just pieces of history. They are also some of the most valuable coin collectors are searching for today. So if you're a coin enthusiast or someone who appreciates the beauty and significance of American currency, this video is for you. Let's get started. First up, 1. The 1978 United States one dime, often overlooked and quickly tossed aside as pocket change, may hold more secrets than meets the eye. A simple coin with the face of Franklin D. Roosevelt. It seems like any other dime minted in the millions. But what if I told you that hidden within the masses is a version of this coin so rare, so unique, that it could shift your destiny overnight? Yes, there are whispers in the numismatic world, rumors of a 1978 dime that possesses anomalies, minting mysteries, and a story powerful enough to turn a dime into a diamond. This particular year, 1978, doesn't scream rarity at first glance. Millions were minted in Philadelphia and Denver. But among those countless pieces, there are versions struck with misaligned dies, double dies, and off-center strikes that were never meant to leave the U.S. Mint. These are the overlooked miracles, errors so subtle that only a trained eye can catch them. And that's where the fortune hides. One such dime, bearing an error no one noticed for decades, recently surfaced, and its value skyrocketed not because of its face value, but because of its uniqueness. What makes an error coin like the 1978 Roosevelt Dime valuable is not just its mistake, but its scarcity. If only a few were mistakenly released, they become unicorns in the collecting world. Imagine finding one with a double rim error or a missing Mintmark, or perhaps a planchet error that caused the coin to be struck on a foreign coin blank. These tiny differences ignite massive interest from elite collectors who will pay outrageous sums to possess something no one else has. These are not transactions, they're conquests of history. Picture it. You're sifting through a jar of old coins, maybe inherited, maybe collected. Your fingers graze a well-worn dime. You see 1978 and initially think nothing of it until something catches your eye. The font looks thicker. The edge isn't smooth. The Roosevelt profile seems slightly off-center. Your heart skips a beat. You rush to compare to others. Could it be? Could this be one of the legendary misprints that experts have speculated about for years? What happens next is a blur. You get it graded. The authentication process confirms what you suspected. This isn't just a dime. It's an error coin from 1978 with rarity that hasn't been seen in decades. The news spreads fast. Collectors line up. Auction houses compete. Bidding wars erupt. And before you know it, your 10-cent piece has transformed into a multi-million-dollar artifact. You are no longer just a coin holder. You're a custodian of a once-lost treasure. This is the kind of coin that changes lives. It's not about what it was made for, but what it became. Think about it. A single oversight during the minting process, a misalignment of metal and machinery, and suddenly you're holding a time capsule worth more than luxury cars, more than gold bars. It's poetic, really. A coin meant to be ordinary becomes a legend. And if you have it, your life will never be the same again. The emotional impact of discovering such a coin is indescribable. There's disbelief at first, then awe, then a wave of gratitude. So profound it shakes your very understanding of luck. Because let's be honest, most people will never see one of these. Most people will spend dimes their whole life without realizing what they let go. But not you. Not if you found the right 1978 dime. There are collectors out there right now who have spent their entire lives searching for rare variations of coins like the 1978 Roosevelt Dime. To them, it's the holy grail, especially if it's an uncirculated piece with full bands, a perfect strike, and an anomaly like a double die or a rare Mintmark variation. These collectors are willing to pay unimaginable amounts because they understand one truth. Rarity commands power. Even the coin's historical context adds to its appeal. In 1978, America was between eras, a time of political tension, technological growth, and cultural transformation. The Roosevelt Dime represents not just currency, but a symbol of endurance and legacy. To own a 1978 dime in error is to hold a piece of America's pulse from that year, frozen in silver, stamped by accident, preserved by fate. But let me be clear, not all 1978 dimes are valuable. Only a select few, those with minting defects or unusual characteristics, carry this life-changing potential. That's why you must look closely, study deeply, and never ignore a dime simply because it's small. Because sometimes the smallest things carry the greatest power. That tiny silver disc could fund your wildest dreams, cancel your debts, buy your freedom. In a world where wealth often feels out of reach, where fortunes are inherited or earned over lifetimes, the 1978 U.S. dime offers a different story. A story where fate meets curiosity, where treasure hides in plain sight, and where one person with a keen eye can rise overnight. So, if you've got a 1978 dime, don't dismiss it. Study it. Respect it. Because it might not just be a coin. It might be your miracle in metal. The 1947 D Roosevelt Dime is not just a coin. It's a silent witness to a post-war America rebuilding itself with strength, resilience, and a vision for a brighter future. While at first glance, this small piece of silver might seem like just another part of spare change, those who understand its true essence know that within it lies a rare chance of life-changing discovery. Among the billions of coins circulated across the United States, only a handful from this specific year, and men hold secrets that could spark a frenzy in the numismatic world. And if you're holding one of these, your destiny may just take a dramatic turn. Draped in history, the 1947 D-Dime was struck in Denver and bears a distinct D Mintmark just above the date. It features the iconic profile of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, a tribute to the man who guided the country through the Great Depression and the majority of World War II. Yet, beyond this historical reverence lies the possibility of treasure. Not every 1947 D-Dime is special, but a select few possess errors, variations, and high-grade qualities that make them dazzlingly desirable. One such coin can fetch hundreds of thousands, even millions, at auction simply because of its condition, rarity, and mystique. The numismatic community reveres mint state dimes from this year, particularly those that have never touched human hands, those known as uncirculated or MS mint state coins. But what elevates them to legendary status are the extremely rare errors. Double dies, full torch bands, off-center strikes, or coins struck on the wrong planchets. These anomalies are not accidents. They are miracles of miscalculation, each one a unique creation that shouldn't exist, and yet they do. The rarity of such specimens makes them the holy grail for collectors. Imagine you stumble upon a 1947 D-Dime in your attic, inherited from a grandparent or discovered in a dusty coin album. At first glance, it's charmingly aged, maybe with a soft shine. But something catches your eye. The strike looks unusually crisp. The torch on the reverse shows perfect separation, an indicator of a full band's designation, which dramatically increases its value. You hold your breath as you realize this isn't just silver. This is history fused with potential wealth. This coin, under the right circumstances, could be graded by professional services at a near-perfect MS, 68 or even higher. And if it carries one of the extremely rare errors, its value doesn't just rise, it explodes. Coin collectors and wealthy enthusiasts around the globe hunger for such rarities. They know how few of these exist, and they're willing to pay exorbitant sums to own a piece of American coin lore that no one else possesses. This is not about money. It's about prestige, pride, and legacy. The magic of a coin like the 1947 D Roosevelt Dime is that it's more than currency. It's a time capsule. It carries the spirit of 1947 America, a country celebrating peace after the war, facing a new world and planting seeds of modern prosperity. That context alone elevates the emotional and historical value of this coin. Every scratch or pristine shine tells a story where it's been, how it survived, and why it ended up in your hands. But not all stories are told through obvious words. Some are minted silently into metal, waiting to be recognized by someone with vision. That's where your fortune begins. If you recognize what you have, if you hold one of the truly rare 1947 D-Dimes in top condition, or with mysterious minting anomaly, then you may possess something worth far more than gold. You may hold a legacy. Don't rush to trade it away or pawn it for a quick gain. Coins like these are long-game investments. They appreciate in value as time passes, especially when their condition is preserved or certified. The longer you hold a rare specimen in excellent condition, the more potent its power becomes in the collecting world. It transforms from a collector's piece to a generational. There's also a thrill in the unknown, because even if your 1947 D Dime looks ordinary, there's always a chance it hides a microscopic error that only expert magnification will reveal. A small shift in the die alignment, a variation in the metal composition, a missing mint mark. Any of these could dramatically alter its value. That's why professional grading and authentication are essential steps if you suspect you've struck numismatic gold. This coin has been known to catch the eye of high-end collectors, museum curators, and investors who want not just value, but uniqueness. Rarity, beauty, history, and mystique all merge in most exceptional 1947 D Roosevelt Dimes. Their sale price in auctions can climb into 6 or 7 figures, depending on their condition and story. That's not a dream. It's a documented reality. So if this coin lies in your possession, guard it like a royal artifact. Examine it carefully. Research its traits. Consider professional appraisal, because what may seem like a forgotten dime may actually be the key to unlocking generational wealth. The 1947 D Roosevelt Dime is not just a coin. It's a whisper from the past that could roar into your future, with the power to rewrite your life story overnight. The 1977 Roosevelt Dime from the United States might appear like an ordinary coin resting at the bottom of your drawer, but in truth, it could be the secret vessel of unimaginable fortune. At a glance, it's just a small 10-cent piece. But for collectors and enthusiasts who truly understand a world of rare currency, this specific coin is a potential game changer. If you hold a rare version of this dime, especially one with exceptional condition or minting errors, you could be sitting on a jackpot worth millions, with the power to transform your life in a single auction. The Roosevelt Dime has a legacy rooted in honor. It was first minted in 1946 as a tribute to President Franklin D. Roosevelt. By 1977, it was an everyday coin in American circulation, found in pockets, purses, vending machines, and coin jars across the country. However, not all coins minted are created equal. Some dimes from 1977, especially those from specific mints or carrying rare flaws, stand out like diamonds in a desert of metal. And it's these rare examples that make collectors salivate, willing to pay life-changing amounts for a single specimen. Most 1977 dimes were minted in Philadelphia, no mint mark, or Denver with a D mint mark. While billions were produced, only a few have been discovered with ultra-rare qualities. Errors in strike, planchet, or die. Imagine owning one that was double struck off-center, or created on a wrong planchet. These are not just errors. They are miracles of rarity, and every collector dreams of finding one. If yours is such a coin, your ordinary dime just turned into a financial supernova. Now think about this. You walk into a coin appraisal shop with your 1977 dime, slightly skeptical. But the appraiser examines it under a magnifying glass, pauses, and suddenly their expression changes. They see a full torch on the reverse, a sign of perfect strike quality. They notice an unlisted minting anomaly, maybe a repunch mint mark or a clipped planchet. Their voice is hushed as they whisper, "Do you know what you have?" In that moment, your world shifts, because they know what this coin could fetch. High-grade examples of the 1977 dime, particularly those graded MS 67 or higher by professional services like PCGS or NGC, have been known to attract massive attention. Add an error or anomaly, and the price skyrockets. You're no longer dealing with pocket change. You're handling a piece of financial power that could bring in 6 or even 7 figures. It's not just money. It's a ticket to freedom, security, and transformation. The beauty of coin collecting lies in the thrill of the unknown. A simple family coin collection, inherited and forgotten, might be hiding a 1977 dime that defies expectation. And while many people rush to spend coins without a second thought, the wise pause, inspect, and research. Because one dime, just one, could unlock a fortune. And what's more thrilling than knowing that you might already possess that very coin? You see, collectors are always chasing what's rare, what's unique, what shouldn't exist, but somehow does. And when these hidden gems emerge, they create waves in the numismatic community. Auctions heat up, bidding wars erupt. Experts battle over who will get to claim the next treasure. And you, the once ordinary owner of a dime, become the center of it all. That's the kind of drama, excitement, and life-changing magic that only a rare 1977 Roosevelt Dime can create. It's not just about silver content or design anymore. It's about being part of the story, a legendary journey that begins with you holding that small coin and ends with a staggering price tag that leaves jaws dropping. Even the dullest, most tarnished dime can hide secrets that only trained eyes can see. And sometimes, those secrets are worth more than luxury cars, homes, or even diamonds. So, if you have a 1977 dime, hold it like treasure. Examine it like a detective. And if anything seems unusual, be it the font, the alignment, the edges, or even the sound it makes when dropped, consult an expert. Get it graded. Protect it. Because that dime could be your miracle. That dime could be your escape. That dime could be your breakthrough. This coin, when paired with time, patience, and a bit of luck, carries a capacity to shift your destiny. Forget lottery tickets or risky investments. Your fortune could already be in your hands, waiting to be uncovered, appreciated, and rewarded. That's the true magic of the 1977 Roosevelt Dime. So don't give it away. Don't overlook it. Don't underestimate it. For this one humble dime could be the rare phoenix that rises from your coin jar and flies you straight into a future of unimaginable wealth. The 1979 D Roosevelt Dime from the United States is one of those quiet sleepers in the world of numismatics. A coin so seemingly ordinary that most people pass it by without a second glance. But among these humble dimes hides a version so rare, so flawlessly struck or accidentally misprinted, that it could hold the kind of value capable of rewriting your life story overnight. If you possess the right specimen of this coin, you're not holding 10 cents. You're holding a silent storm of wealth waiting to erupt. Minted at the Denver Mint, the 1979 D-Dime is part of the Roosevelt series, created to honor the late President Franklin D. Roosevelt. Billions of these were minted, designed for everyday use. But as with any mass-produced item, the fascinating world of error coins comes into play. Some of these dimes were struck with striking anomalies, off-center impressions, wrong planchets, double dies, or full strike bands on the torch on the reverse. These mistakes, though rare, are now gold mines for collectors. Imagine digging through an old jar of change or leafing through a forgotten coin album, only to discover this little coin with a bold D Mintmark beneath Roosevelt's neck. It's a tiny detail that could unlock a colossal fortune, especially if the coin shows signs of rare error patterns, or if it's been preserved in near mint or mint state condition. The difference between a common dime and a millionaire maker can be as small as a faint doubling on the letters or a clipped edge. The world of rare coin collection thrives on imperfection, irony, and history. The 1979 D Roosevelt Dime, when struck in an unusual way or in pristine, untouched condition, becomes a symbol of survival through time. It dodged decades of wear, escaped the clutches of commerce, and emerged into your hands in its rarest, most valuable form. That's not coincidence. That's destiny. Some of these dimes have been found with extraordinary die errors, like double dies, where the image or lettering is stamped twice, giving a shadowed or ghosted effect. Others are missing mint marks, struck on incorrect metal planchets, or bear full strike features like fully defined torch lines. To collectors and dealers, these anomalies turn a simple coin into a collectible treasure, and auctions have seen such pieces bid into the tens, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. But what makes this dime truly electric is the drama behind its silence. It has no glow, no shine to give away its worth. It sits silently among the rest, waiting for a discerning eye to realize it is anything but ordinary. And when you do see it for what it is, when you recognize the coin's flawless details, its uncirculated condition, or the tiniest minting defect, you're suddenly staring at a piece of destiny, one that could fund your dreams, pay off debts, or unlock every door you thought was closed. The emotional power of holding a coin with life-changing value is immense. You feel a rush of history through your fingertips. This coin was forged decades ago, possibly tucked away, forgotten, passed through countless hands, until finally, miraculously, it landed in yours. And with it comes not just financial power, but the joy of discovery, the thrill of being one in a million. Collectors from around the globe are always on the hunt for such numismatic unicorns. They scour auctions, estate sales, and collections, hoping to find what you might already have in your possession. If you were to get your 1979 D-Dime professionally graded, and it turns out to be MS 67 or higher with an error designation, the bidding war that follows could change your life forever, not just financially, but socially, emotionally, and personally. You'd step from ordinary to extraordinary, and all because of one dime. So don't spend it. Don't toss it away in a parking meter or vending machine. This isn't just a coin. It's a hidden gem, a forgotten relic of wealth disguised as pocket change. Store it, protect it, and above all, believe in the magic of its potential. Every legendary collector's story began with a coin that looked just like yours. The 1979 D Roosevelt Dime could be your once-in-a-lifetime find. It's not about how much you paid for it, because chances are it came to you for almost nothing. It's about what it represents now, the key to unimaginable value, a treasure hiding in plain sight, a path to riches paved by silver and time. Let this dime remind you that in this vast, rushing world, it's still possible for something small to hold monumental power. Don't ignore what may be the greatest chance of your life. Your dime could be your destiny, and your destiny might just be worth $1 million.